guys, how's it going? So we are out for kind of a family walk in the frigid temperatures. Our high today is what, 32? Mm-hmm. Freezing. Our high is freezing, but the sun is out. It is a bit breezy. I do have something really fun to show you in front of the Hartley, something that showed up yesterday morning. Look, you guys, look at this plant stand. Ah, I'm so excited about it. I think we have to have both doors open to get it in there. So the other day when I was down at the garden center helping display houseplants, I was eyeballing this stand. I didn't know if it was kind of just one of those things I wanted to keep down there, but I did notice that there was a price tag on it. So I was just mentioning to my mom, like, you know, maybe one of these days once you guys aren't using that for an African violet display rack, maybe I would like to buy that at some point and put it in the Hartley. The next day she shows up with it. As a surprise. It was kind of funny because we saw a truck coming in the driveway, but you know, you could only see from a distance. We were like, who is that? Because it was first thing in the morning. And then they pulled in and opened up their doors and started getting out, and we were kind of like, and then we noticed it was my mom and Monica, and they were unloading this. They were trying to sneak it. They were gonna put it in here and just like have me discover it, but of course we noticed them and had to come out, and it's just such an exciting gift. Yeah, do you wanna go inside? It's kind of chilly out here. You wanna go inside the greenhouse? I shoved some cardboard down here. We have a sweep at the bottom of the door, but because our floors are uneven, come on in, baby. It wasn't quite doing it. Oh, just requires a non-gloved, hand. It's pretty lightweight, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh my goodness. Boom. Yes. Oh, you found some shangers. Good deal. Oh, Samantha's like, I'm gonna sit in that. Look at how pretty this is. Okay, I'm gonna have to add some pads to the bottom of the feet because we're dealing with an unlevel surface here, but is that centered, do you think? I think it maybe needs to be centered with the chandelier. It's on the floor. I'll put some of those pads. I bought a bunch of those. They're like self-leveling. Sure. Oh, are you done with your gloves? Thank you. The kids are excited because we are gonna have a picnic on the grass in the greenhouse here in a little bit. Let me give you a close-up look here. The thing I love about this rack is that it's fairly deep, so I'll be able to fit larger containers on here, not just a bunch of small ones. That's really exciting to me. Oh, what do you think, Aaron?
I like it. I think it'll look really pretty with a bunch of plants.
I do too. Like, let's just try this. These are the couple. In fact, we're gonna repot these today so we can kind of see what this looks like. Yeah.
It's nice that it's also really tall between like
right.
Here and here. Like you can put taller things.
Sizable things on there, yeah. What I'm gonna do is bring in a bunch of my hyacinths from the cold frame because they're starting to grow and I think they'll just explode once they get in here to the warmth. Little look at my geranium babies. They're doing really well so far. You can see that I have a little layer of sand right here. I noticed a few little fungus gnats in here and I thought, nope, this is not happening. I gotta take care of this problem before it becomes a problem. I had never dealt with a fungus gnat until last winter. I don't know if I brought something in that had them. I don't recall using any soil that I saw any fungus gnats. I mean, everything seemed normal, but then all of a sudden I had this issue and it was incredibly hard to manage. So I've read and seen you guys suggest many times to put a thin layer of sand on top of the soil as a top dress because it's like a no spray, no solution sort of way, or no like a liquid chemical solution way to get rid of fungus gnats because they can't burrow down or they really don't like to burrow down through sand. And so it kind of discourages them. So that's what I'm trying. Now I didn't put it on all the cells, just as they germinate. I'm just putting a thin layer of sand around each one of the seedlings. And so far I haven't noticed any fungus gnats anymore, at least. Pretty good germination. It's only been a few days. So we're just waiting on a few other cells. I did kind of like poke around and I think we've got some growth in here. I had one of these come up all weird. It kind of bent over. So we'll see what happens there. It'll probably correct itself. But this is the sand right here. It's just kind of I like it because it's a little grittier. Some sands that you get almost have like a powder about them. Like they're gritty, but they're kind of powdery, and I wanted something that would stay put more as a soil top dress. And I went ahead and I've been top dressing all of the plants. I still need to clean because you can see that I got a little messy. I tried so hard to be clean about it, but I've been top dressing all of these plants as well. I actually think that this one right here our Rex begonia vine, I think that was kind of the culprit. I just thought it would be a fun thing to try out since I had seen it suggested so many times, and so far I'm a believer, especially with how easy it is. It really does make the plants look finished and nice, and I might even put like a fine layer of rocks, like little pebbles on top of the sand as well, just to give it a little bit more of a bulky appearance. But if I can do that instead of having to spray or do any of that sort of thing, I'm happy about that. No action on our artichokes yet though. All right, should we go on a walk now? Okay, so today is mostly about repotting things and bringing things in that have already been potted to fill up that plant stand. I was just so excited to show you guys because I think it's the perfect thing for the center of the Hartley. But we're also doing some other fun stuff like the picnic. I'm actually very excited for that as well. We've lost a lot of our snow. There's still a little bit, and I think we'll continue losing it at the end of our 10-day. We've got a couple of really chilly days, like 3 of them, and then it looks like it's warming back up into the 40s. That sun does feel good. You got your snack, Aaron?
I do have my snack, my goldfish.
Come on, baby. We're gonna go have a picnic. Picnic! Yeah!
Go inside for the picnic.
Okay.
Bubbles.
You want to play with bubbles?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Here you go. You like it? Hey!
Hey. 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 Look at this biggest upgrade.
Whoa, those are huge.
Hey.
All right, guys, we are back in the Hartley. We just had a really wonderful morning, just going on a walk and spending some time in the greenhouse on the grass lawn in there. The kids loved it. I was so thankful. I went through our kind of summer toy cupboard and I found a couple of containers of bubbles, which is always a winner with kids our age anyway. They just loved it and they spent, I think we were out there for a couple hours. It was really wonderful. And now Samantha has gone down for her nap so we can do some repotting and filling up this beautiful new plant stand. I do need to go get a couple of those pads that you can put under feet because of the unlevel nature of the rocks here. But I thought we would kind of fill it up. It might correct itself when we get some weight on it. We'll see what happens. But these are the 3 plants. So I showed you these this morning, I think, but not really in detail. This is a Regina Red arrowhead vine. This is one that I picked up at the garden center yesterday. And so it does its little trailing thing right here, but the new growth is this beautiful blush pink. And then the soft green, I just love that. And then we've got a peperomia called Hope. And I don't have this variety, so I'm super excited to grow this one. I think it will like the conditions out here quite a bit. And this is a really pretty one to kind of cascade over the edges as well of this plant stand. And then we've got the variegated string of pearls, which I'm going to use the regular potting mix on this along with everything else. that right there. It gets so warm in here during the day. Like, it doesn't matter what the nighttime temperature is or what the daytime temperature is, really. Well, it does matter, but I'm talking like wintertime temps. When the sun is out, even if it's frigid outside, this structure heats up so much that I feel like things need a little bit of extra help in the water retention department. I have to water things in here way more often than I have to water things in the studio or even in the plastic greenhouse. That seems to keep humidity in a little bit more. Not that that's a bad thing. Things love it out here. They're doing really, really well. But I feel like using the organic potting mix, the standard stuff, rather than the cactus mix, which is what I would usually use, is the way to go to keep this plant happiest. Also, is it my imagination or did this pop since this morning? Was that already up? Did you guys see it and I just didn't? But that's an artichoke right there. Also, I had to, this one here, there was a couple more that seemed to emerge just since this morning. It's exciting. And I can wave my hands over this whole thing. There's no fungus gnats flying anywhere. Thank the Lord. Before we repot, I do want to bring in some of these hyacinth containers that we have in the cold frames out here. Oh, look at it in here. Oh. We've got some major growth in a lot of these. And I did poke around like in the ones that you don't see as much growth. And they are going for it. They're just a little bit slower. And I'm wondering if it's because like just the difference in being right here where they're more shaded versus like you can see these get a lot more sun. I have no idea. I'm just thankful they're going for it. I thought we would maybe bring in like these right here, probably this one, these two, and maybe we'll leave these in here for a little longer, let them grow on a little bit more. I mean, they grow super, super fast if we brought them into the heat, but these will have some blooms really soon. I did see a question as to whether or not I have the hole unplugged that goes into the Hartley, and I do not. There is a plug on the inside, so no heat from inside is getting out here at the moment. I'm going to clean up the bottoms, and I did bring in a stack of saucers. These are the glazed saucers, so we'll see what these look like on that rack. Oh my goodness, you guys, I could not love this plant stand more. I think it's just so perfect in here. Great size. I mean, you feel like you still have plenty of room all the way around it. In fact, I even thought about bringing in the rest of the hyacinth pots because there are 10 left out there and just ringing them around the base. But I think it'll be fun to save some color for later as well. But look at that. So the top, I put the grape ivy, which just cascades beautifully. And of course, it's looking a little top heavy because of all that growth, but the hyacinths will quickly fill in and we'll have a ton of interest down below. Oh my goodness, now look at these. When they're grouped together like this, it's so pretty. So the Carnegie is a white. We've got a peach colored one, and I can't remember which one that is. Is that the Gypsy Queen, or is that like a purple? Gosh, I feel like I just planted these. I gotta Google it. The Gypsy Queen is the peachy apricot colored one, and then the other one is an etouffee. Anyway, it's a blend of pastels, so like a light pink, light purple, and light blue. So we're gonna enjoy all kinds of color and fragrance from this display. I almost wonder if the fragrance is gonna be too much for this room. We're just gonna have to wait and see on that one. We may have to spread these out a little bit, but for now, oh my goodness, I'm loving it. I thought I was gonna do more of a mixed arrangement, you know, with the new house plants and kind of mix them in with the hyacinths, but I think it's gonna look super impactful to have all of these together. When I moved that grape ivy, it was right here. We opened up a little bit of room, so we can put a couple of the new houseplants right there. Okay, so I brought over a staghorn fern. This was over on the counter by the sink. This is from the last Little Prince load that came, and I just hadn't repotted it yet. So I'll go ahead and do that today. And then I brought some more decorative stuff. These are pots I picked up at Franz Woody the last time we were there. These cute little pots are from Unique Stone. I have a couple of containers of my own that have a beautiful patina. And then I do have some stacks of new terracotta as well. I brought a few in here, so we had some things to work with. Okay, let's get these done. It's just looking so pretty in here. Every time we add a new plant in here, I just love it even more, if that's even possible. So the plant rack here in the center, we already took kind of a close look at those. I will give you updates as we see more growth and when they start to bloom, of course. I think it's gonna be spectacular. Over here on this side, I put the Hope peperomia. So this is one of the spots I need to put a terracotta saucer. I did have a clear plastic one though, so that'll work for now. Put this one right here. I think it's gonna be the perfect amount of light, and I tried it over there on the counter, didn't love it, so this is where it's gonna stay. And then over here where that grape ivy was, we put the Regina Red, arrowhead vine, the staghorn fern, and the string of pearls. Looking awesome. And you guys, I'm really glad I didn't go ahead and paint the pipe and the bottom of the sink, which was kind of what I was thinking about doing, and that was probably the main suggestion on hiding this stuff, but there's just too much going on under here. You would still notice it. I mean, it would definitely help make it disappear a little bit, but I'm gonna figure out some kind of, I mean, it might be willow screening, it might be a really beautiful fabric that I can hang a tension rod underneath and, you know, run it to the center here. And this right here is a hose faucet. I just haven't got a, I don't know why, I need to get a little pocket hose to put in there, because how nice would it be? Oh my word. Seriously, Russell? How nice would it be to be able to stretch a hose out and just water everything in here instead of have to do a watering can? I think that would make it a lot handier. Anyway, I think that'll be a better thing to do. Plus, the guys are coming tomorrow. That is a on-demand water heater, but it's a really small one and it's not keeping up. It never even gets hot. It just gets kind of lukewarm. So they're coming to replace it for a larger unit, actually. It's not gonna be that much larger, but definitely bigger than the one that is here, so I'll want to hide that for sure. Still no regrets about an open counter here because, you know, as we go, I'm gonna get a little galvanized can to put all of the stuff in over here, all the soil, so you won't see bags and things like that. We'll just, you know, make improvements over time. It takes me a long time to make moves like that. This cat. And you guys, that is it for today's project video. I was just so excited when this plant stand showed up. What a fun surprise gift from my mom. You know, she does that on occasion. She'll just show up with something just wonderful. And she knew I was thinking about it, but I was just gonna wait on it, you know, until they didn't need it down there anymore. But it's fun just to have it show up at your doorstep. So thanks, Mom, for the plant stand. I love it. This is just so perfect for this space in here. It's just perfect. And then I did want to make sure to give you an update on the seedlings in here and tell you about the fungus gnat thing. I'm trying the sand, so we'll see what happens. Some of you guys have said hydrogen peroxide drench on the soil. It's a specific mix though. I don't know that you do 100% hydrogen peroxide. Anyway, and then there's other things. You know, I've tried the mosquito bit thing in the water and that was a huge pain. I didn't really find that it was that effective. Anyway, I just thought this would be such an easy way, so I'll keep you updated on that and how it's working for us in here. Of course, there was never really a problem. I just noticed a couple. If you notice a couple though, you will have a problem if you don't take action. So I'm hoping that I got ahead of it. And then I wanted to make sure to show you where those houseplants ended up, the ones I picked up at the garden center when I was down there helping out. So thank you guys so much for spending part of the day with me. It's been a good one. I hope you guys are having a great day too. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.